Welcome back to Suladan Plays Dark Dreams RHN. Last time, well, we found keys. This time, I'm just going to let this time speak for itself. I do want to put a minor disclaimer, though, that any of my complaining is not meant to criticize the game. There are some design quirks in this upcoming boss that I, even now in the future, think may not have been the best idea, but I will cover those in greater detail when I finish the game and intend to do a full, an actual full deep dive review of the game from start to finish with the mechanics and area by area and each of the bosses and the things that I think worked and the things that I think didn't. And we'll cover those things then, because otherwise I will bring them up every episode every time they come up. And like I established quite a few episodes back, there's really no point in me beating a dead horse. This game is beautiful. I love this game, but it has some glaring problems that will be addressed when we get to the review phase. Anyway, onward we go. Okay, let's... Oh dear. Well, okay. I didn't do nothing. They just flew in here at their own volition. Down we go. I don't approve. Confused by this boss. Can you not come over here? Thanks. Do I scoot over slightly every time I fire a shot? Strange boss fight. I'm gonna hazard a guess that it expects me to stand on that high point over there and to not do what I'm doing. But my answer to that is no. My answer to that is a resounding no. Okay, it has two heads. There's one on the left, one on the right. And I need to do it without breaking those eye blocks. Interesting. I like that it's unique. And the weak point is stationary, which is very nice. Oh, I am scooting over slightly every time I jump. I almost jumped off the end of the cliff again. Do those things... Okay, no, it keeps summoning more. That's delightful. I'd love to have like a little melee range sword to swat those things away. But it's gonna keep spawning little who's-a-whatsits. Oh, never mind, the bullets are stopped in the middle. I was hoping to kind of, Oh, that's right, those don't have collision. Okay, I need to stop and think. Can you stop with the shenaniganry? Okay, that's what I need. Oh, I don't like that you can fall between the blocks. I'm a little puzzled by the fact that you move over a little bit every time you jump. I'm guessing that's just something that wasn't noticed in design. And it doesn't seem to serve any function, it just seems to be a little quirk of movement. I need to... okay. First thing... get rid of that block, just so that what just happened doesn't happen. Okay, then, you hit jump and fire at the same time. You do that, and you'll fire at the peak of your jump, allowing you to pretty reliably hit the face. Also, make sure that you don't scoot over, because every time you jump, you seem to creep forward just a little bit. And then comes the puzzle of finding a nice, safe moment in which to traverse the stuff. Okay, so blasting the rocket one doesn't really seem to be a bad plan. Oh, come on! Ugh. Okay, one thing I want to make note of. Look at all the little shark whale heads at the bottom. Having to wait for an opening with these things is not pleasant. Oh, hang on. I can hit it from here too, so I don't have to jump. That's a wonderful boon. Can you move? Can you stop being slow? Slow little particle. I like that they move at different speeds. Not complaining about that. Ah! Die! 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 I'm a weed. I was kind of hoping it would end with 50 health, and that would be like a nice round number. Well, now what? Oh dear goodness, why? What am I supposed to do with that? I like that the middle head does something, but I think putting it between blocks... Okay. You have created a system where the player has very little control over where their bullet fires. I know they technically have 100% of control over it, but the timing issue makes it so that the player doesn't have accurate control like they would if it just fired when I hit the button. And then you put the weak point right between something that if I hit it twice, I lose. Got a problem with that. I do think there's a workaround in that if I don't shoot the rocket block, maybe then I can, you know, save that for last and stand on the rocket blocks, but we'll see. Because if that's just an arbitrary, haha, you have to hit the weak point without hitting those, that is outstandingly bad design. I don't think it's that. I'm hoping it's not that. Because I don't see how anybody would design that. Like, that would be really worrying. Because in theory, if I did it without breaking that, then I could stand up. Will you get out of my way, you slow thing? Oh. Can you move? Am I just supposed to walk into you? Oh, come on. Can you? There's too many of those things floating around for me to do anything. Nope. You're combining puzzles and death traps in a way that is most unfortunate. And death. Okay, what appears to be what I should do is shoot the rocket ones so that then I can easily traverse to the next section. But if I do that, then I'm not able to traverse back to the middle. If I do that... Okay, that makes this landscape very different. Okay, then I just stand... Not the button I meant to push, but I'll take it. Okay. See, now's where it gets tricky. Well, once I can actually traverse the area... Oh, you mean I could have just jumped in there and face tanked it and saved myself a lot of time? There's too much going on! I'm really frustrated by that. I want so much to like this game, and I see so much potential in it. But arbitrarily bad decisions were made, and I know why they were made, and there are so many rough edges that need to be polished out to make this a truly beautiful experience that people could enjoy. I will go over that in more detail when we get to the stuff. We'll get to it. This little random nonsensical jump over the damage bloops is part of the problem. There is too much going on. See, I can't dodge that. If I jumped over it, the other one, I would have hit the other one. Because they are built using randomness, there is no protection to prevent them from creating situations that are undodgeable, that would normally be avoided in game design. I like that you have some moving fast and some moving slow. I like that they move in unique ways. I don't like that the head continues endlessly to spawn them after I've dealt with it, and that I have no way to deal with them, because as airborne targets, I have no reliable way to hit them with any of my weapons. Just wanted to see. Maybe I'm supposed to hit that with the keys. Let's try that. I can withdraw all my complaints if that's what I'm supposed to do. Can you not? Can you not be in my way? Can you move? Mortar shots, and stupid thing decided to float right where I needed to Okay, so there is a safe point. There's a door. The exit door is over here. So that should tell me that it doesn't want me to hit those, you know, the key eyes. I meant the bullet eye thing. See, my theory now would be that I'm supposed to do something like that. Nope. Like, game dev, do you honestly expect me to have enough accuracy to hit that without hitting? Like, you've got it doing this. And I have very little accuracy. Like, are you really expecting me to hit it without hitting those? Oh, wait, there's another option. Get out of my way, you stupid little damage bloops. Dead. I don't even get to try it because the little things stay in my way. The eye blocks have no collision detection. It may be possible to jump up into them and then shoot from there. And that may be the intention. So it might be that I'm not supposed to shoot the rocket block, because that would give me a little more room to deal with. I don't mind there being hazards in the room. I just worry that their RNG nature makes them very much difficult to actually navigate in any sort of reasonable manner. I will say, for all of its frustrations, the redeeming point of this boss fight is that it is not massively long. It's not me... It's not like, say, Dark Eater Midir, where I'm spending 20 minutes trying to chip at its health only to, you know, lose at the last second and have to completely restart. I feel like Dark Souls 3 really took the sponginess of their bosses too far. The mortar shot didn't hurt me. Not gonna question it. But I'm safe right here. Okay, short version, there is a rocket block on the left side of the weak point that my not breaking the rocket block, okay, not 100% safe here, will let me stand on. And in theory, that will let me jump up and shoot the weak point. The problem with that theory is all of these little damage bloops that I'm having to wade through. Like, legitimately. See, this is what we're supposed to do, but look, 1 health. Because of the infuriating little random damage bloops that just have to float around the battlefield constantly. Which, by merit of their pure randomness, I don't mind them being random. Don't get me wrong, that can be done well. I don't mind there being a lot of them. Again, that can be done well. But being random, the downside to randomness is that the more of them you spawn, the more likely they are to more frequently reach configurations that are difficult or impossible for the player to get around. Because their paths will combine to form something that's not avoidable. You've got to be careful to factor in how many of them you're spawning and to work based upon that. I'm sure if I had 100%... time I get over there safely. I'm sure that if I could, with 100% reliability, control my accuracy, that this would be nowhere as difficult. And that might be why the delay on the gun exists. But artificial difficulty, when not masked by something, is more frustrating than difficult. What am I supposed to do here? I don't... Oh, the slow ones. Oh, finally. Nope. Nope. If I had like a little sword sweep I could do to swat them out of my way, it'd be one thing, but oftentimes I'm just in a position where I'm standing, twiddling my thumbs, saying, please get out of my way, please get out of my way, no, don't go that way, hurry up, get out of my way. And it's just not beneficial, because there's nothing the player can do to interact with it aside from trying to shoot it, which will more often than not lead to me wasting a bunch of bullets trying to hit a moving object. And, you know, of course, is wasted bullets and wasted health. This is actually a good example of what I mean when I talk about the timing delay on his firing. On a standard, you know, Metroid, Mega Man, etc. game where the player is firing, even in, say, Half-Life or a first-person shooter, I would jump, hit the fire button at the peak of my jump, and fire. And all is right. You can make, you know, accuracy and proper aiming and all as challenging as you like, and it works. What this game does instead is I have to hit the fire button right when I jump in order to fire at the peak of my jump. And that delay is honestly a bit of an arbitrary delay. It's an annoying delay, and it serves no function within the game's design aside from making it harder for the player to aim, which I think is exactly what its point was for. But that's not how difficulty is done properly. That would be like imposing a half-second lag on your player inputs just to make it more difficult. It would be difficult, but it wouldn't be difficult in a rewarding or fun way that the player would want to deal with. What you end up... That one was my bad entirely. What you end up with when you apply arbitrary control difficulties is something along the lines of I am bread. Or pogo stuck. Experimenting with interfaces and different ways of character interaction are fine. But I'm just, you know, that does tend to be the line where player frustration occurs quite heavily, is when they feel the difficulty is due to an arbitrary control restraint as opposed to, oops, I pushed the button wrong. It's, oh, I pushed the button right by all means, but the game has a delay on the things. Can I please go? Here, just let me take a nap while I wait on those things to get out of the way. Can you move? No? I'm just gonna block my path entirely? Sure, why not? This right here is nonsensical. Give me a wider platform, because I feel like I'm having to cheese hitboxes to do what I'm doing. Oh no, no, don't start messing it up now. There we go. But now what? Haha, nope. Possible, but probably not. Can you move? Oh, death by RNG is not fun. Okay, I see it. Once I get rid of this head, I see another path that I think should work a lot better than what we've been trying. Okay, I think I stand here. I made a miscalculation somewhere. Sorry, the blocks look fairly similar. I think I misread which block was which. What am I supposed to do? I'm just stuck standing there waiting on that one lone derpy little damage bloop that's just float, 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 float. Oh, you want to come through? No, float, 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 float. Oh yeah, those aren't the blocks I thought they were. So yeah. There's one other plan that might work. I could do there. Well, no, I could have jumped to another platform. Can I? Yes. Oh, I forgot about the thing where I move forward a little each shot. Okay, we found a way that we can defeat the boss. Whether that's the intended way to defeat the boss or not, at this point, I don't care. I have a sneaking suspicion that the intended way to defeat the boss is to hit that weak point 20 times without ever accidentally hitting the little floating eye blocks. To which I say, are you crazy? Because the timing required for that would be really, really, really tight, which would be further exacerbated by the, the delay on fire. Because it seems like if I break either the rocket blocks or the bullet blocks, I kind of shoot myself in the foot on further positioning. Not this time. Ow, I didn't think you were coming that way. Okay. Rocket. Okay, the first head is not too bad because you can strictly jump and, hit jump and then shoot a split second later and reliably fire at the peak of your jump and hit the enemy. The second head is not too bad because you can stand where you're at and shoot it. The third one is really weird. Really? Okay, I'm at the point where I'm having to legitimately ask, what does the game developer expect me to do here? Because while statistically it could be called possible to hit that weak point without hitting the other things, I would call it absurd. If that is indeed what I'm supposed to do, we will have crossed the line between challenging to just downright absurd. It does not appear that I can shoot it from the doorway, which would offer me a safe place to stand, because the bullet blocks are the ones that I need to get to the door. Can I practice to hit it? No, because of the stupidity of all these arbitrary death loops. Like, yes, you could, in theory, do it, if you didn't have to avoid all the death loops. But you'll run out of ammo long before you get a chance. Because see how tight I just don't see where it is in any way feasible. I mean, I don't like quitting a game incomplete, but I don't think this is doable. I just don't consider it to be doable if that's legitimately what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Okay, so it appears that I have figured out what the game dev intends you to do. It occurred to me while I was at work last night that I hadn't tried this. I had mentally just kind of shrugged it off and thought, okay, the eyeball blocks surrounding the weak point. 2 of them are bullet blocks, 1 of them is a missile block. Basically it occurred to me, if you shoot it with the wrong type, does it collide with it or does it keep going? Obvious answer turns out to be you're supposed to shoot missiles through the bullet blocks. Problem. I have figured out, based upon my recording, my previous recording, that the 3rd weak point has 15 health. I shot it 15 times. Okay. Each missile is good for 4 bullets worth of damage. Downside. I have only 4 missiles and I have to use 1 of them to break a missile block. So I have 3 missiles. Upside, I know of an exploit that I ran across during a boss fight early in the recordings. I don't remember which episode. Basically, if you fire a weapon and then take damage within a short window after firing the weapon, you don't lose the ammo you just shot. Mainly, I think that is to account for the delay on firing the bullet, so that if you're caught during the firing animation, it assumes you haven't fired it yet. With the missiles, the firing delay is short. So I have fiddled with this enough to basically prove that the missiles go through it, but I've not succeeded yet. But I said, I may as well go ahead and start recording just in case. And then I did the thing where I, took damage right after firing a missile to make sure it worked with the missiles. So it would help if that window had focus. Ah, there we go. Yes, ooh, let's get the volume set. Basically, you stand here, do that. I mean, assuming you have just as many missiles as I do, in which case, welcome to the club. And then I still have the 4 missiles I need, which in theory will, at least make this possible, pending me making it up there and, however many times I have to restart. Can you not? This right here is still so nonsensical to me. Oh, goodness. I like them. I just don't like the slow ones that get stuck in my path. It's like trying to walk behind somebody on a narrow hallway and they just meander just close enough that you can't get around them on either side. It creates that same sense of impatience, but there's also the fact that you have limited health and don't want to take any more damage than you have. Okay. So now, the reason I got rid of that other bullet block right here is because if you stand right here and then wait, you can line up your shots. Fire. Boom. I'm only doing 1 per pulse to be... Oh, I didn't account for that as a possibility. Okay. Now I remember why I stopped using missiles in boss fights to begin with. They do collide with stuff. But proof of concept, you see what I'm trying to do. I will now jump cut to, if I succeed. Can't go yet, because that one's just going to doodle its way all the way across in a straight line, because why not? And then it turns around. What is this? Like, what is this unholy combination of movements? Fine, I'll jump through you. Get out of my way. Gotcha. Oh, wait. Oh. Well. So there you go. Save point, 23 bullets, no missiles. I'm concerned. If this reaches a point of no return, I ain't playing this whole game again. Believable. You did it. Told you I'm strong. You never did. My mistake. Well, I'm strong, princess. I've got a gun inside of me. Yes, but what can you do if I steal your bullets? What? You can't. Oh, yes, I can. It's my bunker. What do you want? Not much. Nothing at all, in fact, but you'll never beat me. We're not even fighting. Yes, we are fighting, and you, my friend, are losing. I know the trick. What trick? Magic. You know magic? Patronum? Something better. Much better. What is better than Patronum? Hypnosis. Hypnosis is not magic, you imposter. But it works like magic if you know what you're doing. And you believe you know? What's your plan? I'll make you sleep. If you're sleeping, you can't fight, right? And what? If you can't fight, I win. I am Princess of the Bunker. You're mad. Yes. You're nuts. Yes! You are. Stop it. Okay, let's see if your lame hypnosis could even compare to the brilliant awesomeness of Patronum. You'll be surprised. Oh, dear goodness. So, since I have found a way past the third head, we will indeed continue. But what's down at the bottom of the hole will be a matter for next time. So there will be another episode beyond this, and then the review beyond that. So this game will last a little longer. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience in me figuring this out. And I will see you next time.